of course, regarding the Board of Peace. We have indeed received a personal appeal from the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, with an invitation to join a new international structure being created at his initiative, the Board of Peace. In this regard, I would like, first of all, to thank the President of the United States for this proposal. We have always supported and continue to support any efforts aimed at strengthening international stability. We also note the contribution of the current U.S. administration to the search for a solution to settle the Ukrainian crisis. Regarding our participation in the Board of Peace, the Russian Ministry of Foreign Affairs has been instructed to study the documents we received, to consult on this matter with our strategic partners, and only after that will we be able to give an answer to the invitation conveyed to us. In the proposal made to us, the primary focus is on a settlement in the Middle East and on searching for possible ways to solve the pressing problems of the Palestinian people and resolving the most acute problems of the humanitarian situation in the Gaza Strip. In this connection, I will note the main point. The main point is that the entire process should have a favorable effect on a long-term settlement of the Palestinian-Israeli conflict, based on the relevant decisions of the United Nations. And for it to be taken into account, it is necessary that the inherent needs and wishes of the Palestinians be taken into account. This concerns the reconstruction of the Gaza Strip and its basic social infrastructure, healthcare systems, water supply, and the establishment of an uninterrupted food supply. Therefore, already now, even before we decide the question of participation in the composition and in the work of the Board of Peace itself, considering Russia's special relations with the Palestinian people, we could, I think, send to the Board of Peace $1 billion from the Russian assets frozen back under the previous U.S. administration. By the way, the remaining funds from our own frozen assets in the U.S. could also be used for the reconstruction of territories affected during the course of hostilities after the conclusion of a peace treaty between Russia and Ukraine. Such a possibility is also being discussed by us with representatives of the U.S. administration. I plan to discuss all these issues with the President of Palestine, Mahmoud Abbas, with whom we will hold negotiations tomorrow, as well as with the American representatives, Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner, who are also coming to Moscow tomorrow to continue the dialogue on issues of the Ukrainian settlement. Now regarding Greenland. Well, what is happening with Greenland does not concern us at all. But we have experience in resolving similar issues with the United States. In the 19th century, in my opinion, in 1867, as we know, Russia sold to the United States, and the United States bought Alaska from us. And if my memory does not fail me, the area of Alaska is somewhere around 1,717,000 square kilometers. Well, a bit more. The United States bought Alaska from us for $7.2 million US. It is necessary to check these figures, of course, but in my opinion, that is how it is. In today's prices, taking into account inflation over all these many decades, this figure would be $158 million. And the area of Greenland is a bit more, in my opinion, 2,166,000 square kilometers, also with a little extra. That is, the difference is somewhere around 449 to 450 approximately thousand square kilometers. Well then, if you compare this with the cost of the acquisition of Alaska by the United States, then the price for Greenland would be somewhere there, $200 to $250 million. And if you compare with the gold prices of that time, this figure would be larger, probably closer to $1 billion. But I think that the United States will pull off even this figure. And the main thing is that Denmark and the United States also have their own experience in this regard. In my opinion, in 1917, Denmark already sold and the United States bought the Virgin Islands. So such experience also exists. By the way, Denmark always treated Greenland as a colony and treated it quite harshly, if not to say cruelly. But that is already a matter of a different order. It is unlikely that this interests anyone now, but it definitely does not concern us.